Today I'm going to show you how to take a standard rectangular backdrop and completely transform it into a high-end luxury piece by just adding a molding frame. It is one of the easiest hacks in event decor, but it completely changes the look. This setup works perfectly as a welcome sign, a centerpiece backdrop, or a dedicated spot for a custom decal or writing. It's incredibly versatile, it fits almost any theme, and it is super fast to make. For this build you are going to need 1/2 inch birch plywood. I highly recommend 1/2 inch over 3/4 inch because it keeps the backdrop lightweight but still plenty strong. Anything thicker is just overkill and will break your back during transportation, especially if you would use MDF. Next up is the molding. Personally, I love sourcing this at my local hardwood store, Loves, because they usually have a massive selection. The specific trim I'm choosing is double-sided. I like it really a lot. But definitely explore the molding aisle and pick something that matches your personal style. Just don't treat this like a strict copy and paste project. Once you master the basic process I'm showing you today, you can scale it up or down to make a 5-foot, 6-foot or 7-foot backdrop. You are the designer here. I already pre-cut our plywood sheet down to 7 feet tall. Now we need to measure the placement for our molding frame. After testing a ton of different layouts, I found the absolute sweet spot for spacing. Exactly 6 inches from the edge, all the way around. Any closer looks too cramped, any further away looks lost. 6 inches gives you that perfect balanced premium look. So go ahead and mark 6 inches from the top, bottom and both sides. Now let's do the quick math for our cuts. Since our backdrop is 7 feet tall and we are taking 6 inches off both top and bottom, our left and right molding pieces need to be exactly 6 feet long. And since the backdrop is 4 feet wide, subtracting 6 inches from both sides means our top and bottom molding pieces need to be exactly 3 feet long. To make the frame fit together seamlessly, we need to make 45-degree miter cuts on all the corners. A compact miter saw makes this incredibly quick and precise. Just make sure both of your angle cuts face the correct direction so the pieces actually form a frame. If you don't have a miter saw yet, don't worry. You can easily use a regular hand saw and a standard speed square. Just hold the molding against the lip of your square and cut slowly along the line. Your cut might need a tiny bit of extra wood filler later, but it absolutely gets the job done. Before you glue or nail anything down permanently, always do a dry fit first. Lay all of your pieces on your pencil marks to make sure the corners line up beautifully. Once everything looks right, apply a modest amount of wood glue to the back of the trim. Line it up with your marks and secure it using brad nailer with 1-inch nails. If you don't have a nail gun, a standard hammer and a small finishing nails works too. But a brad nailer is easily one of the best investments you can make for event decor. A major warning here: always test your nail depth on scrap wood first. If your nails are too long, they will blast right through the front of your plywood and ruin your backdrop. If they are too short, they just won't hold. Adjust your nail depth wheel until the nail sits just slightly below the surface of the molding. To make those tiny nail holes and corner seams completely invisible, use a little bit of lightweight spackling or spackling paste. Press it into the gaps with your fingers and then simply wipe away the excess with a damp rag. Once this gets painted, those seams will completely disappear. Now let's flip it over and add the folding support legs on the back. For this 7-foot backdrop, my support legs are 3 feet tall by 17.5 inches wide. Here is a massive pro tip: do not screw your hinges directly into the 1/2-inch plywood backdrop. The hinge screws are long and they will pop right through the front side. Instead, glue and nail down extra rectangular plywood blocks first, and then attach your hinges to those blocks. This gives the screws plenty of wood to bite into and makes the entire support frame rock solid. With the hinges attached, your back support can fold completely flat, making transportation and storage incredibly easy. I also highly recommend adding a cutout or a hole at the bottom of the support legs and on top. This gives you a dedicated spot to lock down sandbags, which is absolutely non-negotiable at every event. And let's check the final result. We took a basic sheet of plywood and turned it into a high-end centerpiece. Now you can customize it however you want. You can paint everything one solid color, or paint the mold in metallic gold for a luxury vibe, or do any tone contrast. And because you created the frame center area, you have the ultimate focal point for vinyl decals, welcome signs, or custom lettering. It looks expensive, it rents for premium, but it is incredibly simple to build. By the way, if you like builds like this and want to learn how to build your own event decor, such as arches, street walls, custom-shaped backdrops, collapsible designs, and a lot more, check the links in the description. I have a full beginner-friendly courses where I teach everything step by step, very detailed, especially if you are completely new to woodworking or event decor. And see you in the next project.